Welcome everybody to another episode of Dave's Movie Dailies. I haven't been on here in a while. I've just been caught up with everyday work and all that other stuff. But yeah, today I took off because I wasn't feeling well. But I decided to do Dave's Movie Dailies. Today we're gonna do a two-parter, two movies that I should have talked about a while ago, but I'm gonna talk about it now. So the first one's called Here. It was released on November 1st, 2024. I saw it a little while after November. I wasn't able to go see it in the theaters. But I saw it, and it stars Tom Hanks and Robert Wright, and it was directed by Robert Zemeckis. And the last time we saw both of these two together was when they produced a well-known movie a little movie called by the name of Forrest Gump, and that was one of the biggest movies to come out of that year. It actually won a bunch of Academy Awards and just a lot of recognition. To this day, it's one of my favorites. And a lot of people's favorites. This movie is very, very good. So this other movie here brings back. It's done by Miramax, and it brings back Robin Wright and Tom Hanks as the titular characters. This movie is about pretty much this one family who is literally set in the same area throughout time. So you see this camera shot starting like within the dinosaur era to like the caveman era to like the all the different time periods that can ever be imagined or have been spoken about in history. But the camera is shot within that specific spot. So at one point it was like the Dark Ages, maybe it was dinosaur era, maybe it was the the Western times, maybe it was medieval times, whatever the case. But you get to see how civilization starts to form throughout that whole that one specific spot until like colonial times comes in, and you get to see like who are the big people who lived in that specific area of land until houses were starting to be built. And then finally you see this one specific family from the grandparents or the people before, the great grandparents who moved into that house, and how they left that house to the next people who happened to be the next of kin, which was like their grandkids, or eventually they get to Tom Hanks and Robin Wright, who would start off. You start to see them as teenagers, as young kids, teenagers falling in love, bringing their children into that household, and everything that goes on throughout the years of their life. Pretty much the movie takes place pretty much on Tom Hanks's character and Robin Wright's character and his parents, who also, had contributed a lot because of the fact that they brought him up, and you get to see that whole family's, turns and twists. The movie, I don't want to say too much because obviously you might want to watch it. This movie is located now, I believe it's on Amazon Prime. It's no longer in the theaters, obviously, but it came out last year, and it wasn't a big hit, which surprised me because Robert Zemeckis, Tom Hanks, and Robert Wright, to cut back together, people usually flock to the theaters to see these types of movies. Me personally, from a scale of 1 to 10, I would have to say I would give it an 8.5. I enjoyed to see. I guess the CGI was the thing that was kind of like off for me. They did a lot of CGI work. They show like dinosaurs running around, and the dinosaurs look like cartoons. For a movie that's a big Hollywood movie, I would assume that it would be next level top tier, especially if it's Miramax, Robert Zemeckis, Tom Hanks, and Robin Wright. Like, these people are like money makers, or were at one point. But the CGI just kind of threw it off for me, and some of the acting was kind of dry. They show like Indians back in the Old West during that area. And everything just seems so. It was shot on set. I think this movie was done I don't know. I can't say it was done during the pandemic because the pandemic was a while ago. I'm pretty sure it was just done on set because they needed blue screen to constantly change things around. So that's pretty much the only thing that I'm kind of like bothered by, the CGI. The prosthetics were amazing when they make, because I don't think they de-aged Tom Hanks and Robert Wright with CGI. I think they used a lot of makeup. So to me, it was a fine movie. I enjoyed it a lot. Yes, it's not much action. It's just the what happens in their lives, from the point from the when time began all the way to the present, with them aging and all that stuff, and the outcome of what happens when you become older. But the movie does get a thumbs up for me. I really enjoyed it. It's on Amazon Prime if you want to check it out. So definitely go take a look at it and enjoy. This has been Dave D. Saint. I will shoot the next one right now, and I'm releasing both of them back to back. All right, so see you later.